Hi, Becky here at Ember Marie & Company at 91st and Yale. It's Wednesday again. What does that mean? Time to make a bow. And look what I've chosen today, something really fun and summery. I'm going to incorporate this darling little 1-inch red gingham check. You know, I love that red, green and white stripe. And I'm going to do a green and white plaid. And look at this fun watermelon. Isn't that cute? I always start with that 4-inch. Do you all have your summer plans going strong? The kids are all home. Isn't that fun? Yeah, sure. Where are you all going on vacation? Tell me in the comments below. Where are you going on vacation? I'm not going on vacation till September. But it's going to be fun. If you ask in the comments below, I'll tell you. So I'm going to start out with 2 loops, and let's see, let's go with 3 since I'm using only 1 2.5 inch. Remember, that's our trick to still give the illusion of a nice full bow, but you're going to save on some ribbon. Give her a nice tail. Look at that pretty green on the back. That Dupioni silk on the back is just beautiful. Like my second tail. Now I want her to land over here on this side. So again, she's going to end up with 2 tails on top over here, and that's okay. So there's our base. Now let's add this check. I'm going to start on this side, as you all know. I like to come over here because I'm going to end up with 2 and 1. But look, as I go, I'm already training this loop to go up that direction so that when I cinch it in with my zip ties, they're already knowing where they're going to stay and land. So there's my 3 loops there. Happy with those. Give her a nice little twist to get that pretty side up. Look at that, cute. And give her a second tail. Let's add some of this watermelon. How cute is that? Now then, I'm going to take it where it's kind of connected at that little spot right there. That's where I'm going to put her, let it be the center part there. Look how cute that's going to be. Just a piece. Just going to tell the story. Have y'all found any good watermelon yet? I haven't had any yet. Anybody else put salt on their watermelon? Anybody hear that? A little extra on her because I like to give it that little curl in there. See how she's going to be fun bouncing in there. Got a second tail in there. Now I'm going to go back and bring our green and white stripe forward. So I'm going to kind of pull her forward. Just be mindful to bring her there. Perfect. Bringing that green and white around. Remember, that bump tail needs to be a little bit shorter because she's so wide. I don't want her hiding all of this. So we are ready to zip tie. Now then, somebody was asking the other day. So, make sure when you put your zip tie in there, the flat side is going towards the inside middle. I'm going to bring it around. And because the flat side is the side that has the teeth in it. Hear it? Yes. So now I'm going to crank it down. But I'm only going to go about that far, because here is my second zip tie that I'm going to slide in there, and that's going to become my mechanics. So now we're ready to flip her back over, and before I crank that center cinch down, I'm going to kind of pull some of these pieces where I'm hoping they'll land, because when I tie that down, it kind of locks them in and helps me with my fluffing end result. So I'm kind of happy with that. So now I'm really going to crank it out. Then I'm going to trim off that extra piece around her belly. Now then, let's tidy up all of her tails with a dovetail. Remember that? Just folding it over, open sides together. Enter from the open sides and go up to the top of a folded side. So there's your beautiful dovetail. Easy as that. If you go the other direction, you'll figure it out real quick. Now see here, by using a zip tie, I can really be a little more aggressive with really wanting my loop positions a little more. See, I've got the two plaid ones there. And I don't have any fear of wire coming apart with those zip ties. Well, I don't know about you. I'd like a slice of watermelon.